Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The DTC P0121 code indicates an issue known as TP sensor A out of range in the Honda HRV models from 2016 to 2022. The throttle position TP sensor is a critical component of the vehicle's engine control module (ECM) system. Located at the throttle body, this sensor monitors the position of the throttle plate and sends relevant data to the powertrain control module (PCM) to help manage engine performance and fuel efficiency. When the TP sensor A reports a voltage signal outside the acceptable operating thresholds, the DTC P0121 is triggered. This alert signifies that the sensor may be malfunctioning, detecting incorrect positions, or experiencing wiring issues. This diagnostics title serves as the first step in the troubleshooting process to ensure further actions are precise and targeted towards fixing the underlying cause. The DTC P0121 specifically refers to the throttle position sensor A, which plays a crucial role in monitoring the throttle's opening and closing position. This sensor is located directly on the throttle body and provides a feedback loop to the powertrain control module, PCM, about engine load and performance requirements. The PCM uses this signal to adjust fuel delivery and ignition timing, ensuring optimal engine efficiency and responsiveness. If the TP sensor A sends a voltage that is either too low or too high, an out-of-range condition occurs, prompting the DTC P0121 code to flag an issue. It's essential to focus on the condition of this sensor and the wiring that connects it to the PCM, as these are often the sources of the problem. Several factors can contribute to triggering the DTC P0121. A common culprit is a defective throttle position sensor, TPS, which may fail to provide accurate voltage readings. Wiring issues, such as frayed or corroded wires, can also interrupt the signal between the TP sensor A and the PCM, leading to incorrect data transmission. Additionally, problems with the connectors at both the throttle body and PCM can result in poor electrical connections, causing the TP sensor to function improperly. Addressing these elements is critical in diagnosing and resolving the DTC P0121 effectively, as ensuring the integrity of these components directly impacts the vehicle's performance. The onset of DTC P0121 can present various symptoms, indicating underlying issues with the throttle position sensor. One of the most noticeable signs is the illumination of the check engine light on the dashboard, signaling that the PCM has detected a faulty condition. Drivers may also experience engine performance problems, such as unexpected hesitation or stalling during acceleration, which can create a frustrating driving experience. In severe cases, the vehicle may go into limp mode, restricting acceleration as a safety precaution to prevent further engine damage. These symptoms underline the importance of diagnosing and rectifying DTC P0121 promptly to maintain the vehicle's performance and reliability. The first troubleshooting step for diagnosing DTC P0121 requires turning the vehicle's ignition to the on position without starting the engine. Following this, clear the DTC using the Honda Diagnostic System (HDS). This process resets the system and allows for fresh data to be obtained. Next, you must check the current values being sent from the TP sensor A to ensure they align with the designated thresholds. Specifically, the sensor should produce a voltage reading of less than 0.42 volts for normal operation conditions. If the conditions match, it indicates that the failure is replicated and you can proceed to the next step in the troubleshooting process. If they do not match, reverting to further checks is necessary. In this troubleshooting step, it is crucial to reassess the voltage values from the TP sensor A. Using the HDS, ensure that the voltage is greater than 4.63 volts, as this will confirm the sensor's functionality. If this condition is met, it indicates that the system has experienced an intermittent failure, and the sensor may check out fine intermittently. Hence, the next logical course of action is to look for loose terminals or poor connections at the throttle body and PCM connectors, which could cause sporadic readings. Alternatively, if the sensor consistently does not meet the required thresholds, further inspection or replacement of components may be essential. Checking for any pending or confirmed DTCs on the HDS is the next step in the diagnostic process. If both DTC P0121 and P0221 are confirmed, it may suggest a broader issue, possibly involving multiple components related to the throttle system. If both codes show up simultaneously, proceed to the next troubleshooting step, as this could point towards issues with shared circuits or components affecting both sensors. On the other hand, if only P0121 is indicated, investigations should refocus on the specific area related to that code. Understanding the presence of multiple DTCs is crucial for accurate diagnosis. When the previous steps bring us to this point, a shorted wire check for the THL1 line is necessary. Begin by ensuring the vehicle is in the off-lock position. Utilizing the HDS, jump the SCS line and wait for more than 1 minute to ensure any stored codes can be assessed. Disconnect the PCM connector C51P and the throttle body 6P connector to isolate the wiring. It's critical to check for continuity between the test points, which involve the throttle body connector's female terminals and body ground. If continuity is present, it indicates a short in the THL1 wire, leading to further repairs. If there isn't, the wiring is intact, warranting further investigation or PCM substitution. Next, examine the throttle body setup more closely to address any defects potentially causing the DTC P0121. Ensure the vehicle is off and disconnect the throttle body 6P connector. Transition to the on mode and measure the voltage between the specified terminals at the connector. The expected value should be around 5.0 volts. If this reading is achieved, it indicates that the throttle body is defective and requires replacement. Conversely, if it does not match the expected range, further investigations should continue to the next troubleshooting steps. Accurate measurements are essential in determining the necessity of component replacements. Now, moving to check the VCC3 line, repeat the procedure of turning the vehicle off and jumping the SCS line via the HDS. This will allow the system to reset any anomalies in the wiring. Disconnect the PCM connector C51P to isolate the appropriate circuitry for assessment. Continuity between specific test points needs to be measured once more. If continuity exists, the wiring is intact, suggesting that the issue may lie elsewhere or necessitating a new PCM. If not, there is an open in the VCC3 wire between the PCM and the throttle body that will require repair. Continuing with the examination, it's vital to see if any pending or confirmed codes remain on the HDS. Reassess whether DTC P0121 and P0221 are both noted. If they are, further investigative steps are warranted, especially those associated with shared wiring or components. Conversely, if only DTC P0121 is present, it emphasizes focusing on the throttle body and associated circuits. Understanding the presence of multiple codes offers deeper insights into possible systemic issues, guiding future troubleshooting and repairs accordingly. Proceeding to an important diagnostic step. First, turn the ignition to off and disconnect the throttle body 6P connector. Set the vehicle to on mode afterwards, and then measure the voltage between specific terminals. An expectation of around 5.0 volts is desirable. If the reading matches this standard, the throttle body is considered defective again, leading to the necessity for replacement. If the findings do not correspond with the expectations, this means further troubleshooting is required, including looking into potential faults that could affect the signal from the TPS. This step requires conducting a continuity check on the THL1 line, reiterating the prior steps of preparing the vehicle. Turn the vehicle to off mode and ensure jumping the SCS line once again for system resets. After disconnecting the necessary connectors, measure again for continuity between these points. If continuity exists, then the THL1 wiring is sound. But if no continuity is found, then there exists an open in the wire that needs to be repaired. Accurate testing of these circuits is essential for identifying the corresponding wiring issues that inhibit the sensor's proper functioning. The final troubleshooting step focuses on checking the SG3 line for any potential wire opens. Begin by ensuring the vehicle settings are off and disconnecting the necessary connectors. As with previous checks, continuity needs to be verified between specified test points. If continuity exists, the SG3 wire is functional. However, if it does not, it prompts repair of the wire between the PCM and throttle body. If multiple wire check-ins indicate continued issues, substituting a known good PCM could be the next logical step to consider in resolving the DTC P0121 effectively. After addressing the DTC P0121 through all outlined troubleshooting steps, it is essential to perform final repair verification. Begin by running the diagnostic tests again utilizing the Honda Diagnostics System, HDS, to confirm whether the DTC code still persists following each repair action taken. Ensuring that the throttle position sensor A functions properly post-repair is crucial for verifying the problem's resolution. This will help eliminate any further issues and set the vehicle back to its optimal performance without any complications. Verifying the repair ensures that earlier symptoms, such as erratic acceleration or engine performance, are resolved successfully. To prevent future occurrences of DTC P0121, it's recommended to establish a routine maintenance schedule for the throttle position sensor and associated wiring. Regularly checking the system's condition through diagnostics can help catch any emerging issues before they escalate into bigger problems. Ensure that electrical connections, terminals, and wiring harnesses are kept clean and free of corrosion, as dirty contacts can lead to poor signal transmission and create future diagnostic trouble codes. Performing preventive checks and cleanings enhances not only the health of the TP sensors, but also the overall performance of the engine, ensuring longevity and reliability. In summary, the DTC P0121 signifies a critical situation concerning the throttle position sensor A's performance. Understanding the sensor's role in the vehicle's overall functionality is vital for accurate diagnostics. By diligently following the systematic troubleshooting steps, technicians can effectively identify and repair the issues at hand. Regular maintenance checks can aid in preventing similar DTCs from reappearing, securing the integrity and reliability of the vehicle's operation. Addressing DTCs promptly not only enhances performance, but also contributes to the longevity of the vehicle, ensuring a smooth driving experience. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.